under 15, men's 200 breaststroke. Tame Gewertz in 3. Thomas Cheney swimming out of lane 1 here. Bailey Wang in 2. Gewertz gets a really good start in lane 3. Comes up in a strong position. Brendan de Grieve of All Stars in 4. Brun Maunda out there in 5. And then we go up to Thomas Hewson of Harlequins, Nick Pride of Marcos, and Cam Gillespie of All Stars.
Right behind the speed of the Aquatics.
Yeah, nice stroking here in lane number 3 from Gewertz. You can see that he just, again, like we saw in the previous race, gets a lot of distance out of each kick that he does. That's synonymous with a 200 breaststroker as opposed to the 100 meters breaststroke. Timing and the stroke rating is a lot higher, obviously, in the 100.
From the Zenith Club.
Representing the Harlequins.
It's still a good battle here in the 200 breaststroke. These swimmers, they've just got to hold their form. I like the way that it's starting to build now in lane number 6 from Thomas Hudson from Harlequins. It's pretty close from first to second.
Yeah, Marcos, Harlequins, Aquanites. Harlequins, Bailey Wang in 4th place at the turn. And de Grieve, Brendan de Grieve from Swim Zone Racing and representing All Stars was in 5th.
Yeah, this is going to be a good battle here. As the fatigue starts to come in, Gewertz still led through the first 50, led at the 100. He's still leading at the 150. In fact, that's a very good third 50 meters that he's put in, because it was a lot closer at that 100. Thomas Hudson really did show his hand, didn't she, in lane 6?
So 25 to go for Tame Gewertz. He's led from the start, and he's holding that form. The others are battling for second place. The winner of that, up in lane 6, will be Thomas Hewson of Harlequins.
Yeah, only 14 years of age, Thomas, as well, but he's doing a really nice job there with it.
Touches for second. And lane 5, that's Brun Maunda of Aquanites in 3rd. De Grieve of All Stars was 4th. And Harlequins Wang was in 5th place. Cheney of Aquanites 6th. Then Gillespie of All Stars and Pride of Marcos. Still can't determine who's going to finish on top of the heap. Harlequins obviously with an advantage, but the rest of them are just bashing against each other. Second and third positions changing practically after every race. See the bright green cap in the centre of the starters there. That's George Schroeder from Marcos. So they're throwing in the joker for this race at 200 breaststroke.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we mentioned, the Marcos trying to close the gap on the Aquanites and the All Stars. This will be 16 and over.
So the pressure goes on the Marcos 200-metre breaststroker, George Schroeder.
Green cap is George Schroeder.
He's the man from Hokitika that we talked about earlier. Second in the 200 at the short course championships last year.
Well, really, it is a lot of pressure, isn't it? The moment you put the joker's cap on, you've got to actually perform for your team. And the Marcos have made a couple of slip-ups over this meet with their joker. So George Schroeder here, winning over the first 50 metres, a lot of pressure on him. Not a lot of events still to go.
Jacob Garrod of Harlequins turns second. He's swimming alongside Schroeder, or in the next lane.
Yeah, not quite alongside him, is he?
No.
No, Schroeder doing a great job.
So there's the second place getter at the moment in the white cap. So they come to the 100. Schroeder looking good through there. Needs to turn well. has a glance around, sees where the big competitors are, and he'll be happy to be turning well ahead of Garrod and Walsh.
So Schroeder turns with a 106 over the first 100 metres, and he's holding together very well.
This is for 52 points. At our last count, the Marcos trailed the Aqua Knights by 43 points. So what they want here is to get a victory, which appears now, well, has appeared for quite some time, certain for George Schroeder. So they'll get 52 points. Their other Marco swimmer, Matthew Phillips, in lane 8.
Well, he's currently in about 7th, 6th position.
So he'll pick up another couple. It's where those other teams finish. So very good swim again from George Schroeder. From Hokitika, the Canterbury West Coast centre, representing Marcos. There it goes. 52 points.
A pretty good
for
time,
Marcos.
2:15 is not a bad time in this event.
Harlequins Garrod finishes second. Then Walsh of All Stars. Then London Moore of Aqua Knights. All Stars Hamish Trillin is 5th. Aqua Knights Pickett is 6th. Then Marcos, Matt Phillips in 8th. So the Marcos out of that would like to have got more, but they get 52 plus 4, 56.
Yeah, nice finish there from Schroeder. Full extension of those arms.
So Marcos 1st and 8th. Harlequins 2nd. Yes, so still that battle in the middle. Well, I suppose where people might be wondering where our top breaststroker is, but Glenn Snyder's in the States. Yeah. In fact, there's a few of our swimmers, our top swimmers aren't here, as you would imagine. Matthew Stanley and Lauren Boyle, of course, our top swimmer of the moment, training overseas.
Yeah, it doesn't suit all of the swimmers, but it definitely has been good for Glenn, I think, to go away and develop his breaststroke a little bit more, be with an expert breaststroke coach in the United States out of California. And I think it's just made a big difference to him as a person as well. You know, he's a tremendous personality, but it's brought out the best in this personality.
But of course, he then faces a challenge, like all overseas-based swimmers do, of coming back here and qualifying for big events at the national championships. Here we have the 100-metre backstroke, and what a stunning lead by Bobby Gishard already.
Have a look at Gabriel Fahamasili in lane number 8 as well. These are the two real champions on the future for New Zealand swimming. Both 15 years of age, so lane number 3, lane number 8. Neither will want to give away anything here. Fahamasili just out in front. Will she hold this up? She looks good. She's developing. Technique looks a lot better than when we saw her at the national championships.
And all of a sudden, faster rotation over the last 20 metres, and she touches ahead of Gishard at a 103.84. Gishard a 13.67. So no, Gishard first, Fahamasili second. I thought it went the other way when I looked at it.
Definitely Fahamasili.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
First, yeah.
Just looking at the board now for confirmation.
Yeah, that'll be a wrong indication. So Fahamasili definitely won that event.
We're moving on to the women's 16 and over.
Just alluding back to that, John, that even though the times came up indicating that she was in second position over Gishard winning it, that will be changed later on. They'll have backup touch pads as well, or the timekeepers at the back, and so that'll be changed. We'll get the full update later.
You look at them and wonder, is there any distraction with the swimmers still in the lane, the previous swimmers? But They all get away well.
Yeah, they do. Look, these over-the-top starts are employed right around the world, and it took New Zealand a long time to actually bring them in, but when they did, they improved the speed of swim meets. You don't want to be waiting around for swimmers to get out of the water, and the rules of swimming have changed too. That backstroke now, to even get in the water, they must go into the water straight away. They used to have the days with they'd dive in, swim out to the 15-metre mark, swim back in. It just made swim meets go forever.
And we want it short and sharp and exciting, and we're getting exciting here because there are points at stake in each of these races.
And Sophie Witherspoon in the lane number 5, the 20-year-old from the Harlequins Club, doing a really nice job. She is leading this event, the 100 metres backstroke, for her Harlequins team.
Mike Cuckoo, and down here in lane 1, Hayley Edmund of Harlequins. It may be Harlequins 1 and 3 here. Harlequins first, Marco's second, Harlequins third. Harlequins just extending that lead of theirs. In 4th place, O'Connor of All Stars. Then McMath, McMath of Marco's. Here we go, Harlequins, 1 and 3. Marco's second, All Stars 4th. Aquatic 6th and 8th. The next list of points will be interesting. Men 15 and under.
So, John, just alluding to what we were saying before about the start, you'll just notice when we get a wide shot there, when the whistle goes, all of these swimmers will go in feet first and take up the start position straight away.
Yes, there'll be a few people saying, I remember exactly what you're talking about, Mark, where they go in and swim out and come back again and just annoy people.
Yeah, well, look, it was a psychological ploy as well. And, of course, now we don't have no breaks. You cannot break at all.
Satori Dobby there, wasn't it? In lane 3, he stayed under the longest. He went to the maximum allowed, and he comes up and in front. So Dobby and Flynn Jones on his inside here in lane 2.
Yeah, it's not the greatest backstroke from Dobby, but his finesse on terms of his turns and starts have become very, very good. We see another very good example there. Dobby going under the water, using the maximum distance. Look, he's just come up. He's not the fastest clean swimmer out in the field, but he's going to win this event purely because of his start and his turn.
So Dobby and Jones. Jones staying in contact up there in lane 6. Jason Churches of Harlequins. They're the first 3. Andrew Jeffcoat of... What do we got? Marco's, yes, Harlequins second and 3rd place. So Marco's won it. That's Satori Dobby. He's having a good meet too. So Marco's first. Harlequins second. Harlequins third. Aquatic's 4th. We think. Here it goes confirmed for you. All Stars, Marco's, All Stars, Aquatic's. What's happened in the points? We get the latest update for you. Harlequins, 1,600. Marco's, 1,493. So the Marco's have moved from 4th into 2nd. They've trailed right throughout, and now they're in 2nd place. 46 ahead of Aquatic's. All Stars, 14.32, so big changes.
So Daniel Bell, this is his last swim, very last, apart from the relay.
Well, is it his last or is it not?
Last individual swim. And what a great start.
Swim.
What a fantastic start. I mean, he is very clean in the starts, but also Michael Dai from, well, what do you call him, from China, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
but
Daniel Bell is up there in lane 6. And he's had a big meet, and this is his last individual swim from the young man who was so impressive at World Junior Championships and won 3 titles there. Outstanding backstroker and outstanding butterflyer as well.
Andrew Trembrath looking fantastic over in lane number 8 for the Marcos. Boy, the Marcos have come back.
Can Trembrath hold on in lane 8? We've got action here in lanes 3 and 4 from Michael Dye and Cameron James, but it will be up at the top. Andrew Trembrath of Marcos coasts into the wall, does it well. Marco's 1 and 2. Andrew Trembath and Cameron James. There you go, Marco's. They moved into second at the last lot of points, and here they get 47 points out of this race.
So
Harlequin's third, sorry, Aquanite's fourth.
Oh, that was close on the line, wasn't it?
Yes.
And that's looking at second and third, because it was over in lane number 8. The smoker.
All Stars dropping further back now with a 5th and an 8th out of that. So the Marcos, look at that, 1 and 2. And are the Marcos on the move? So we've got a 50 metres, we're into the 50 metres, the first of the 50 metres we've had so far. This is the women's under 15 freestyle, and there's Gabrielle Balmasili, who's had a couple of very good swims tonight, as Mark Boner's called her a drop-dead sprinter, but she came back and did that 100 backstroke in pretty impressive form.
Yeah, look, I've been really impressed just with the evolution of this young lady. I've been critical in the past of her as well for her technique, but she's worked very hard at that, and she looks a lot better in this meet. So onwards and upwards, because she is talent. She is absolute talent. Beautiful big feet, lovely long arms, beautiful smile with her.
So Gabrielle Farmasili is in lane 4. Just standing there adjusting her goggles. Here she goes. And as Mark Boner's just said, just watch her start. You'll be able to get a view of her from the wide view as they all start. Just got a few issues with the clock, it appears. Now, Farmasili also a world junior title holder, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. Last year? Year before?
Year before.
Yeah. Gets lots of support.
She was the flag bearer at the Youth Olympics last year, too.
That's right, of course.
Oh, this year.
Last year, 2014.
Oh, yes, of course.
It's only February.
It's only just started, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, 2014. And what an honour that would be for a young lady like this. Spoke so superbly at the Hellberg Awards last year as well.
Yes, she did. All fixed 50-metre freestyle, first of the 50s. Watching for Gabriella Famusili, and we saw the start there, and it's the start that's given her this lead. Half a body length over 50 metres, but she needs to keep at it.
Yeah, this is a big meet for her. She's had a lot of swims. She's only just got out of the water, and she'll be feeling the effect of that 100 metres backstroke. This is not the best swim we've ever seen her, but look at the raw power on her, and she's done enough to take out the gold.
Chelsea Edwards is second. That's for the All-Stars team. And in third place, Aquanite's Libby Bradley.
So 27.06, that's not the fastest time that we've ever seen Gabby do. But, you know, as we've said, this is not about times. This is about performing for your team and maximum points that she's got. Again, I think just it wasn't the best start that we've seen from her, but it was better than the others in the field. She's normally a bit more electric than that, a little bit more power, but that 100 backstroke, she really did a nice job. Only a couple of races ago. What, 4 races ago? 3 races ago.
It's Danielle Waiari in lane 4. We just had a shot of her. She's going to start in that lane for Aquanites in the 16 and over 50-metre freestyle. Laura Quilter in 1.
Oh, this is a big call. So another joker.
Yeah,
over
Laura
50
Quilter.
metres, and you can leave nothing to chance. So this is a big call.
Laura Quilter from Harlequins. They've thrown the Joker's cap on her, and everyone else knows it, and they want to make sure that she doesn't get up for maximum. She might. It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. She does just get there. She gets there just in a 50 metres freestyle, means quite comfortably, but Harlequins 1 and 2 now. That's a big call for them. They get 52 plus 21. So 50-73 for that event. Now that will cement their lead at the top of the table. 1 and 2 Harlequins, Quilter and Edmund. But it was close. Up there in lanes 5 and 6.
Yeah, John, it
one,
was
had
close.
time to look across.
It definitely was close, and it's a big call to do it over 50 metres to play the joker one, because you leave just so many little things to go to chance. You know, so many little things can go wrong over 50 metres. You dive, you slip, you power out of the breakout of the dive, you finish. You know, all those little things. You've got to get them 100% right. But Cream rises to the top, doesn't it?
Yep, indeed. This is the men under 15, same event. All looking for points for their team. Plenty of splash in this 50-metre dash. Looks to be up at the top there in lane 6. Maybe that's got it.
Well, you call it, because that's just
6 and 7.
Race.
Harlequins, it is Finn Kennard Campbell. James Buck of Marcos in second place. That was very tight as well. They were all on a line. One or two slow starters. One of those looked to be Finn Kennard Campbell, but he came through well.
Yes, he didn't have the greatest start, but he did finish extremely well, 25.90. Just needs to get onto the side a little bit more on that finish to get that full extension of the arm, but still a nice swim.
Nielsen Varoy is in this, the Harlequins swimmer.
Our Daniel Hunter as well. Who's going to feature best after the 100 metres butterfly?
Nielsen Varoy, I think, first equal in the 53 at the national champs. He's swimming out of lane 3. Julian Weir in 6, Daniel Hunter in 7. Oh, my word. Look up at the top there. In lane 7, Daniel Hunter gets a blistering start. Down here, the effort comes.
Oh, this is a great swim by Daniel Hunter. He's going to take out the double. That's why I've been saying this kid's got a future.
Yes, indeed. Daniel Hunter in a 50-metre freestyle, 23.18. Second was 24.10. Julian Weir. That's convincing, very convincing for this tall young man. Daniel Hunter, 20 years of age, from Harlequins.
Yeah, out of the Howie Pakuranga Club.
Yep. Good news. Freestyle swimming prospect here. We're turning the page. I'm not sure how many races left to go.
2 relays.
Oh, 2 relays. Oh. Now there's a scramble to find those teams. Did you steal my teams? So the under 15 freestyle relay. The 4 teams here. We'll have to keep the points a secret from you, so you don't know what's happening. Oops. A little bit edgy on the blocks there. Was Campbell take on of All Stars.
So this is a 1,000-metre relay. So all 10 of the female 15 and unders and all 10 of the male 15 and unders have to compete. And this will change regularly as you go from male to female. You can select your order. You generally want to start off with one of your males to get yourself out in front into what we call still water. That's where you tend to dominate in the relay. You want to go out hard with a couple of big men, and then you protect your females.
Well, I don't think they've taken any notice of you.
Well, the Marcos, they've had 2 males in a row.
Yeah.
Now they're going to throw in one of their females. So the Marcos out in front. 2 males, now into their females. In second position is the Harlequins, 2 males and now a female.
So we're just, well, we won't pick up the individuals. In lane 3, it's Marcos leading. All Stars in 4. In 5, it's Aquanites. And in 6, Harlequins.
But this is all Marcos at this stage. So the 3rd swimmer, remember, 20 swimmers. And the seniors, of course, they can't really get behind this team as such because they'll be getting themselves ready for the next relay, the last relay on the cards. So but Marcos, this is where it becomes really exciting.
Yeah, well, Marcos calling up another male swimmer.
So they're throwing it out there. It's all about the timing. Of course, you jump, you break, and and you lose so many points, particularly when you're talking top-end points in 1 to 4.
The Marco's leading. All Stars second, Harlequins third, Aquanites. Now they've thrown in a male swimmer. The Harlequins have a female. So what do the Marcos do next?
So the Marcos have got a female in the water now. Good changeover. Gosh, the Marcos look good. Are they throwing everything in their guns out there first? You know, you can put your males out there, but you can put your faster swimmers out there as well. Not all of these swimmers, all of them have to compete. Not all of them are sprinters. Some of them are real distance swimmers. If they're a breaststroker, generally, they aren't particularly good at freestyle, normally, because of the nature of how they turn their feet out in breaststroke.
So another female in the water for the leading team, Marcos, and I think the changeover will see another female going in. We'll watch closely here at the touch. Another 50 meters gone, and Marcos holding that 15-meter advantage. Yes, another female in. Deep dive off the blocks there.
Gee,
big kick.
Look at that changeover for second. All three teams.
Marcos still lead.
Beautiful 6-beat kick here by the Marcos swimmer. But going nicely now in lane number 6 is the Harlequins.
They're throwing in their male swimmers, so too the Marcos, though. Everyone, female coming in for Harlequins. Marcos a male. Lanes 4 and 5, that's the All-Stars and Aquanites also with male swimmers. This is the mixed under 15 and under 1,000-meter relay.
Yeah, because these teams have only just come together, they won't have practiced a lot of relay changeovers. They would have done a little bit, but probably not enough to perfect it. And you need to just keep an eye on the different types of relay changeovers that some of these swimmers employ.
Marco's early swimmers gave them this sizable advantage, which is closing. There's no doubt about that. It's just a matter of whether they can hang on. They've got 3 female swimmers left down one end.
Oh, it's definitely closing, John.
Yeah.
And the Marcos team has a lot of breaststrokers, and I don't want to knock breaststrokers, but it comes back to the fact that their feet, they turn them out.
Oh, I think they might have got a false start there. I do think there was a shaking of the head from one of the officials, and it did look to me by the naked eye as if the takeoff was a bit soon.
But you know what you have got is electronics all the time. So you've got electronic pads on the starting blocks versus the touch pads and the differential. And they can measure that differential between when you touch and when the swimmer on the starting blocks leaves the starting blocks. You know, at the Olympics, you bring it down to the smallest margin. And of course, the races, the relays are won by the smallest margins. It's who eliminates the errors. But the Marcos, they've led from the very beginning. It's closing all the time. Harlequins are coming back. Aquanites are coming there as well.
Female, male, female, male. So Marcos have a female swimmer in. The All-Stars have a male, and they're closing up. So too the Harlequins. Female swimmer, but Aquanites have got a bloke in there. Will this change? Marco's been an extraordinary swim from them. Well planned, put out the strength early on, established a 15-meter lead.
That young lady did a great job there for the Marcos team. We'll try and have a look at the changeovers as they come in here now. So these